Tiana here. I know we are now a couple weeks into January, and next week I will be making my upcoming February games, but today I want to share with you my personal picks for cozy games releasing in 2025. While I believe some of these games may not receive as much attention or coverage as the other well-known titles I talked about in my last video, they still deserve recognition and are worth keeping an eye out for. First, I want to mention some games that were supposed to release last year, but we didn't get any updates about them, and I'm hoping they get a release date this year. First up, we have Ages of Cataria. Now, this was supposed to release in early access in quarter 2 of 2023, and a full release was scheduled for early 2024. And I'm hoping they are more polished and go straight into full release instead of maybe early access with the time that they had, as I would rather have a fully fleshed out game than one that still needs work on. But in Ages of Katara, this is a village story generator, and you get to help care for generations of townsfolk through interactive short stories, villager relationships, and village maintenance, all while you define the unique story of your very own village. Next, we have one that I'm really looking forward to, and that is the Gecko Gods. Now, we haven't heard anything from the developers in a few years since we seen the trailer for the game back at the end of 2023. So here's to hoping we hear an update about this game sometime this year. But this is an adorable game where you get to play as a gecko exploring, solving puzzles, climbing cliffs, and just making your way across ancient civilization lost to time. This next one is the one I'm probably the most excited for from this list of last year's games just because of the multiplayer aspect, and that is the Ranchers. But unfortunately, we haven't heard any word about any updates or anything from the developers in what feels like forever. So I'm not too sure where this game stands at the moment, and I'm hoping it didn't get cancelled and is still being worked on. The Ranchers is an open world country life sim for 1 to 4 players, and you are able to raise animals, grow crops, craft machines, build your dream house, and explore the gigantic open world where mines and dangerous monsters can be found. Earn villagers' respect and esteem, and who knows, maybe find love and start a family? Puffpal's Island Skies is an adorable farming game in the sky. And how this game came about is that the developers who are creating this game actually have a website where they sell adorable plushies. So they decided to base a game off those cute animals. And the last update we heard from the developers was in December, and they said there was some reconstructing of a contract in order to better fit the team members, and they plan to share an update hopefully in the early February. So if we do hear anything, I will definitely share that with you guys so we know how this game is coming along. Vivaland is supposed to be another simulation game like The Sims, but this has co-op as the main focus with up to 8 friends. So each house in the town can be created by another person around the world. Another interesting thing that I seen was when you are building a community with people, each person can have their own career, and this can help shape the town, such as a baker, farmer, or even engineer to repair cars, or even invent useful or quirky gadgets. Either way, I love the flexibility of this, and it sounds like it could be really fun. Okay, now let's take a look at games that are slated to release this year, starting off with Frog Island. This will be releasing on March 20th, and you are trapped on a deserted island and you are greeted by a mysterious woman who asks you to take care of her frogs while she is away. However, she vanishes the next day, leaving only a handwritten note behind. And now your only 2 goals is to escape and then accept your fate as a caretaker for the frogs. This game and the frogs look so cute and adorable, and I love that you get to do everyday tasks such as cooking, fishing, gardening, and exploring the island, all while befriending and watching over these adorable guys. Next, we have 4 games releasing sometime in quarter 1 And for the first one, that is Winter Burrow. I love the cozy woodland vibes I'm getting from the art style. You get to play as an adorable mouse who returns from the city to unfortunately find their house in shambles. Brave the elements of winter to collect resources to help rebuild your burrow, and while this does incorporate elements of survival, it does so in an endearing way, and you'll have the opportunity to interact with various creatures while trying to defend yourself from insects and other adorable wildlife. After Winter Burrow, we have While Waiting. I love the concept of this game and how unique it is from others. The whole premise of this is quite cute and silly. You try and do nothing while waiting. There's different scenarios from birth to death, and no shortcuts or actions can expedite the game. Understanding that waiting is the key to clearing each situation. I can't wait for this one as it just seems really funny and wholesome. Merchants of Rosewall is a single player story driven experience set in a fantasy world where war and weapons are now a thing of the past. You play as a new merchant in the bustling city of Rosewall, and you run your own shop, craft goods, hire companions, and even solve mysteries. There's also the incorporation of climate problems, which affect resources available and prices, which then in return takes a toll on your profits. I would definitely add this to your wish list if you are looking for a fantasy simulator style cozy game. Whisper of the House is an adorable, relaxing, and casual pixel style game set to release in spring. If you are looking for games similar to Unpacking and A Little to the Left, look no further. Assist clients with moving into their new homes, from arranging small, delicate items to placing uniquely shaped furniture. Take charge of tidying, organizing, and cleaning tasks to ensure each client's home is neat and comfortable. Fulfill special arrangement quests to create spaces that reflect each client's unique personality. Bold, creative room designs might even inspire new ideas for your own work. Koira is up next, and this game plans to be out on April 17th. Koira is a wholesome tale of friendship where you and your new puppy traverse a musical forest, solve ancient puzzles, and befriend woodland creatures, as well as try and find your way home. But beware, in the shadows lurks hunters. Try and outsmart them with your stealth and bravery. Looking for a cozy version of Portal mixed with Studio Ghibli? Then take a look at Nomori. Nomori is a gorgeous and heartfelt adventure puzzle game that puts the power of time and space in your hands. As Kiko, you'll venture into a vividly rendered fantasy world full of colorful and eccentric spirits. Along the way, you will try and manipulate time and space, taking shortcuts through portals, rotating perspectives, and controlling the flow of time to progress. As Kiko comes into her own and bonds with the spirits, she will see beyond what the limits of reality and save Nomori. This will be releasing hopefully in Q3 of this year. Sally is taking a different approach to farming by actually being aboard a magical flying ship in the sky. I got to check out this demo and thought it was very unique and so wholesome. The ship is crewed by kids and stewarded by two loving grandmas. Get to know your unique crew, the characters are different in every game you play, and each of your crewmates has their own life vibrant with emotions, tastes, interests, and even memories. Develop bonds like friendships and rivalries. An array of cozy activities awaits, such as gathering resources on unexplored islands, cooking a comforting meal for your best friend, taking care of animals, building new structures, crafting new items, and most importantly, improving the Sally to feel right at home. Sally is set to release hopefully sometime in Q4. And the last bit of games I have to share with you only have a set date of 2025, so we aren't sure when they will be released quite yet. First is Paralives. I did talk about this one in my other video, so I'll try and keep this one short. I am excited for this simulation game because I love the art style as it seems very playful and helps it stand out from other sim games where the parafolk have a more watercolor style to them, whereas the surrounding world and buildings has a more realistic look to them. Let me know what you all think of all the new simulation games that are supposed to be releasing and which ones are your favorite. Next we have Loftia. I have talked about this game in a couple of videos before as I have backed the Kickstarter for this last year when they did the campaign for it. And all I have to say is that so far it is looking super promising and it's going to be such a blast trying to play with your friends and people around the world since it is an MMO style game but is still very cozy and has plenty of fun and unique quests and such to work on. Solarpunk is another game I talked about in my last video, and I'm excited for this one, so I won't go too much about it either. But this is a survival game in a technically advanced world of floating islands. And you can go about crafting, exploring distant islands, growing food, and constructing buildings either by yourself or you can team up with some friends, creating your very own distinct farms. Tiny Glade is a stress-free farming and puzzle mixed inside a 90s toy. Plant, grow, and harvest toy vegetables, some of them with unique mechanics that you'll have to discover, then trade them for toy furniture to customize your toy set. No pressure, no scores, no game overs, and no wrong choices. Before you got Tiny Garden, others played with this toy. They engraved their memories, wishes, and stories in the garden. Through old letters, you'll discover a story about how things are not just things, that they are remains of life. I'm excited for this one, and I'll put a picture now, but this reminds me so much of those Polly Pocket cases. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about or if you know something similar. If you're a fan of Stardew Valley, The Sims, Animal Crossing, or even Story of Seasons, Alpine Lake is the perfect cozy getaway for you. Kick back in the fresh mountain air and craft your ideal haven on the shores. Build and decorate your inn to bring joy and prosperity to the community. Welcome guests in your cozy escape in the woods. Farm, cook, and entertain them in your own unique way. This looks like a fun and cozy game that anyone can enjoy. Next we have Vampire Rancher, and this is a dark yet cozy game that combines ranch management and vampiric elements. As a vampire rancher, you'll balance running your ranch during the day with satisfying your bloodthirsty needs at night. Restore your town, manage your shops and saloons, and farm crops and animals to attract visitors. Their happiness is your key to survival. Explore ancient ruins, craft items, and unlock vampire skills to thrive in the weird Wild West. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Coffee Talk Tokyo is actually not another installment of the Coffee Talk series, but rather a spin-off, which is really cool. There will be brand new characters, new stories, and lots more gossip this time around. We don't know when this is supposed to release quite yet, we just know sometime in 2025. Little Herbal Baker has been created by one developer and it looks adorable. As a novice baker, Lilia, you will immerse yourself in the warm town of Milkywood, taking over a bakery formerly managed by a master baker. You are now embarking on your journey to become a master baker yourself. Gather ingredients in wilderness areas, interact with spirits, and hone your baking skills. Next we have Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping. This is a sequel to the first Duck Detective game and everyone loved that one, so I'm sure this one will be just as amazing if not even more so. The Duck Detective is back. Get ready to interview suspects, inspect evidence, and deduce the truth in another standalone mystery. This campsite might have ghosts, but the real thing haunting Eugene McQuacklin is his failed marriage and bread addiction. This is on the shorter side of 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, but you still have tons to do, solving puzzles, interviewing suspects, and trying to solve the mystery. Tukoni Forest Keepers is a cute and cozy puzzle-based adventure where you play as a forest spirit named Tukoni. Along the way, you'll meet unique and whimsical characters, solve tons of captivating puzzles and mini-games, brew lots of fragrant teas perfect for autumn, and your trusty notebook will offer guidance along the way as you explore the magical world filled with kindness all around you. And the last game on my list is Hotel Galactic. This is a cozy management style game that was inspired by Studio Ghibli, as you can see by the art style, which is really pretty throughout, from the characters to the surrounding world that they live in. In this game, you are tasked with transforming a rundown intergalactic hotel into a thriving tourist destination. You are able to express your creativity and design almost dreamlike structures, as well as customize every aspect of the hotel itself. Try and also keep your guests and hotel staff happy by optimizing the layout, decorating the rooms, and strategically managing resources. Embark on a magical journey to help restore Hotel Galactic. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and what your favorite upcoming game might be from this list. I am so looking forward to this year and all the amazing cozy games that is set to release. I would love it if you would leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with cozy games, be sure to subscribe down below. But as always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!